Yo, yo, yo. It's a nice day out over here. Hope it's the same for you because it doesn't seem to be the same for Johnny Salami since apparently there's like a new update. Now he's facing 36 years. Before it was like 21, right? Or something. Let's see what's going on. Since I feel like he already went to the court, right? But at this point.
This disrespectful IRL streamer continues to prove to the world that he is in fact the dumbest streamer to ever walk on Earth. Because at this point, I just feel like a broken record as this dude just
Yeah.
continues to make an absolute fool out of himself by now threatening the judge and his mother.
The judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my chest. Yeah. Suck my on soft. Causing anxiety by carrying
Wait,
the
wait,
fish.
wait. On soft?
Chest. Yeah. Suck my on soft.
Wait, what's that mean? Like suck it soft? Like, okay, dude, there's no way he like what?
Causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
He is now facing 36 years in South Korean prison.
Oh, he doesn't sound drunk, right? So he's doing all this sober. What the fuck is going on?
Genius idea is
like he can't be this retarded, can he?
To threaten the dude who has his freedom in his hands and the judge's mother. Because why not? While we're at it, right? Like I said this on Twitter, but at this point, Johnny is essentially pen testing the South Korean judicial system because he is doing the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing when you're facing serious prison time every step of the way. So I mean, whatever.
I think they're allowing him to, right? Because they want to make the sentence bigger. So they're just letting him, like, you know, snowball into, like, lifetime at this point. Because it doesn't make sense for them to, like, just let this menace to society, like, outside.
They end up giving him will send a clear message to the world if South Korea welcomes streamers to harass their citizens for content or not. So basically, as some of you guys have noticed, I've been traveling for the last 10 days, which is why there's been way fewer uploads, but we're back to way more uploads now. But anyway, a lot has happened since I made my last video on Johnny in a hotel lobby. Obviously, he went to court again, and if you thought things were bad for him the time I went to the trial, it's so much worse this time. As he's now facing additional charges, and there will now be multiple witnesses testifying
for threatening the judge, I'm guessing. Wait, what other? Like maybe the shop where he was acting like an animal and just throwing shit on the ground
against him in the next trial. But you may be asking, how did he show up? Did he go through and do the whole black pointy robe thing like he was claiming he was going to do? Well, not really. He rocked the usual MAGA hat. I guess that is just his Hail Mary in hopes our current administration will somehow pass him one of those get out of jail free cards from Monopoly. But unfortunately for Johnny, nobody is rallying to free this dude, like as everyone except for the
dude. I wonder, thinking about the court case, I wonder how would he act if he was like in front of the judge? Would he even let the judge speak? Like, I'm just imagining him. If the judge says, or you know, the accusant, defender, prosecutor, whatever, he's probably like talking back to them, isn't he? Without it being his turn. You're saying dumb shit, like, oh no, I didn't do it. Like, how much of a disaster can it be?
The 20 people who watch his streams in support of him believe he's made his own bed. But
maybe he comes in drunk.
From what I can tell before the trial, one of their neighbors saw Hank and Johnny using it to film some video on top of the roof of Hank's apartment building in Seoul. And naturally, they posted this video right after the trial was over.
I have a truth that I am the modern day Letitia Harlan.
Wait, who's Letitia Harlan? Okay, there's no way he knows this, and I don't. Oh yeah, no, I remember this now. Yeah, I read about this in school at some point. I just don't remember her name. Okay. By the way, he definitely didn't know this either. That must have been Hank who told him or some shit.
And I am being assassinated by modern day rooftop Koreans. I have a dream that I may not be
a dream now?
10 years of hard labor in South Korea for the simple crime of spilling a cup of noodles.
There's no way he's saying that's the only crime there. Like, first of all, he didn't spill it. Like, he threw it on the ground. He threw it like over the table and then like started like wiping it with like his hand, moving it around. Like he was like some like a mentally disabled guy or whatever. Like a baby.
That is my main charge.
No,
No,
it
it's
isn't.
not. It's the deepfake charges that are in the main charges. Legal Mindset actually made a chart with
Really, it's the deepfake? Not like all the other problems he's like caused? Like he went into like a construction building which was off limits? Like, not that? Please. Okay, I see now. So he said he's guilty for everything else except these. That's why they became the main charge, I'm guessing, right? And he's planning to pay like the fine for these ones. I don't know, 10 years in jail. So that's what he wants. He wants 10 years in jail at most, and then like pay the fine. I don't think this is gonna work, by the way. Disturbing 7-Eleven. Okay. So does this mean these are already like done because he pleaded guilty? So like, what is the judge gonna do? Like he already said he was guilty. It's just sentencing him. So he already has at max 5 years and these fines.
all the current charges. So you see the one in the middle there for the loud music on the bus? Well, that was just added, and he pled guilty for that one as well. So in total, he's already pleaded guilty to 5 of these charges.
Wait, I didn't even see that one. 5 years for playing loud music on the bus. Okay, that's a bit too much. Like, I absolutely hate the people who like have a speaker and then just blast their music out in the open. I hate those guys, but 5 years? And what does loud mean? Like, how much volume is loud? Like, this is a bit of a weird law. I guess loud enough for, everyone to, like, be pissed at you.
Pled guilty for that one as well. So in total, he's already pleaded guilty to 5 of these charges, and then you have the 2 serious ones, which are the deepfake charges, which hold a maximum of 10.5 years in Korean prison each. And he
21.
pled not guilty, meaning he has to go fight those 2 in court,
He
even
can't.
though he live streamed himself doing what he's being accused of. Then to make things worse for him, and because of those pleas, the next court date, apparently witnesses will be testifying against him. I mean, just imagine throwing away your life to be that unfunny. Dude's no civil rights martyr. He's a guy who made a living off of harassing strangers in public and live streaming their reactions against their will for profit. And because he goes way over the line,
you gotta give it to him at least. Like, all these like videos, they're entertaining to watch. They're entertaining to like react to at least.
And for some basic attention online, he's now facing a maximum prison sentence of 36 years in South Korean prison. And clearly, this is getting to both of them. Both him
Wait,
and
why
his
36? Wait. 30, 32? Where is it? Why 36? That's 10 and 10.5, that's 21. And that's another 10, that's 30 at most, right? It should be 30 years at most, shouldn't it? Unless he did this, having 2 mean like 2, I forgot what these are called. Does it mean that like there were multiple? Is that what the chart is saying? Because it should be 10.5, that's 21. 21 plus 10, that's 31. Not 36. And these, that's a max. Like, he might not even get to 5 years. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot where I was.
problem for even longer. Or well, this is until Hank does the logical thing of just kicking him out from his apartment, because let's be real here, Johnny, he's made his own bed. But Dr. Ulrich Node, who was with us in the first court hearing, he actually went again and shared the notes with us of the court transcription, so everyone can actually know exactly what happened in the second court hearing. So 10 a.m., the judge enters the courtroom and everyone stands. Before this,
I haven't read it. He doesn't stand. He tries to do like a taking the knee, like what they do in sports or whatever, where they just don't stand or like pledge to the flag. Let me guess. The audience includes them from various backgrounds. Oh. Okay, so they don't have only Koreans. Okay.
A court officer instructed everyone to turn off their phones. The audience includes individuals from various backgrounds such as Australian, Pakistani, Korean, Korean American, Jewish, South African, and African American. There are about 10 people present. 10:10 a.m., the case begins. Johnny Somali is scheduled for 10:40 a.m., but when the time comes, he is not in the courtroom. Earlier, his and Hank's voices were heard in the corridor, but they are not present now. So, I mean, the dude is late for his second court case. He was really late for the first one. Apparently, he was late for this one as well. 10:44 a.m. John.
Wait. No, he's not late, right? Because he is there. No, I guess technically he is late to the courtroom itself. Wait. Are they making like a video or something? Like going around or like a stream, going around the courtroom or something? That's why they're not present. Or maybe he's like nervous or something? What
Court
the
case.
fuck?
He was really late for the first one. Apparently, he was.
Wait, Johnny is still 34 minutes later, he's not.
Was late for this one as well. 10:44 a.m. Johnny's still not present, but a public defender enters the room. It's unclear if the defender is assigned to Johnny's case or if there's some confusion. 10:51 a.m. Johnny, also known as Khalid, is called. The court officer knows that Johnny was upstairs but went downstairs again, and they're waiting for him to return. A minute later, Johnny enters the courtroom, this time without a smile, and sits in the proper seat. The court begins reviewing the charges he previously admitted to. 10:54 a.m. While the judge is checking the files, Johnny winks at me. Meanwhile,
Okay, while the judge is checking the files, so let's say I'm Johnny and you're here, and I'm. Is he trying to like rizz up the judge or something? Okay, dude, you put Hank in jail too, man. Like he's obviously like retarded as well. What the fuck is? So he tries to intimidate the audience by doing like he's fucking like glaring at them. Say he's innocent.
Hank, Johnny's accomplice, turns around and tries to intimidate the audience by
My
making a
voice is
scary
a bit
face
lower.
or serious face, which is not effective. 10:56 a.m. The judge asks Johnny.
Yeah, I'm still a bit sick. My voice is a bit lower. I apologize if the audio syncing is like a bit bad right now.
If there was any change to his work or address, because remember last time he lied about not knowing his address, and then he also lied about being a student.
He didn't lie. First time I'm hearing this, I don't think he lied. I think he was 100% serious. He did not know his address at all. Honestly, he might not even know if he has an address, since he doesn't have like a home, right? Wait. Since he doesn't have a home, he's living with Hank, if I'm not wrong. So that could be 100% true. A student. He could be a student, honestly. He's that retarded.
Instead of a full-time streamer, which he was at the time, and then essentially by saying there was no change, he effectively lied yet again. Apparently, the judge reminds Johnny that he has the right to remain silent, but it appears the judge doubts Johnny's ability to do so. Johnny says there is no change. Following this, the prosecutor reviews the previous charges, including the incident on October 12th, where Johnny caused a disturbance on bus number 471 by playing a loud.
Okay, never mind. I thought this was the where he was like blasting the like bomb that happened in Hanasaki or whatever. Dude, dude, some people that are good like that can remember names are so lucky, because I cannot remember names for like the life of me. Fucking sucks.
Loud ape sound and music, forcing the bus to stop. He repeated similar behavior on another bus on the same route, harassing passengers. Additionally, the prosecutor mentions that on October 13th, Johnny created a deepfake video of him kissing another man. The judge asked Johnny if he would like to proceed with
Another man? Wait. I thought it was a girl or some shit, right? Wait, what? A man? So he created so he made a deep fake of himself kissing a man. So he's gay or something?
with a plea on the deepfake charges. Johnny, through his lawyer, pleads not guilty to the deepfake charges. He asks Johnny for confirmation, which he confirms. The judge appears mildly surprised by the plea and asks for proof of it.
Of course he does. He streamed himself doing this shit. Like, there's recorded evidence. Like they probably have it like in the like how is he pleading guilty in everything except this?
Innocence. The lawyer states that they currently have no proof and need time to gather it. Oh boy.
No, there's no
Unfortunately
way. There's no way they don't have any proof. They may just be trying to like gather even more.
him again, he is his own star witness.
So there's no
he live
doubt.
streamed himself doing this. So he's exactly what the prosecutors need to.
Yeah, and even if he deleted the video, like people like him who like are going through like his like a case probably have the video themselves, right? In their like own videos. Or they have it saved in one or another.
But exactly not what the defense needs, when he's on the defense at least. But in response, the prosecution requests a witness examination, stating that since Johnny denies the charges, they need to present witnesses. The judge agrees to allow a witness examination, but notes that given the sensitive nature of the charges, the victim will decide if the court will be open or closed. This means that the public and press may be restricted depending on the victim's preference. Then Dr.
Yeah, that makes sense. Since at the end of the day, it's like a deep fake of like a... It's just kissing. Or at least that's from what I've heard, but it could also be like more sensitive shit. Yeah, it makes sense. Huh?
Added some personal notes here where it says that Johnny seems to realize that he's actually in trouble here. Hank seems very stressed. After court, the two marched out and are followed by reporters. A reporter asked Johnny if he still thinks that Korea is a vassal state. It's so hard to take that thing seriously due to how ridiculous of a statement that was from him to begin with. It's just baffling to me, like, who is facing decades in prison and then goes out to the public media and says that Korea is a vassal state of the United States? Like, dude, what are you doing? But this time, Johnny apparently was a little bit wiser and he remains silent. And Hank takes on the role of the pseudo lawyer, saying Johnny has no further comments. And they reach the bottom of the stairs and Hank yells profanities and swears at the people's parents. So I guess they're just taking turns on crashing out. Last time, it was Johnny who was just acting out.
Okay, you do gotta like respect Hank. Wait.
For now, I guess. It's Hank. But
like even though Johnny has been a total leech on his life, like taking his money, living with him, all that, he's still being a friend and being there with Johnny. Now, he would have been even better as a friend if, he stopped him from doing all this shit. Didn't get, tried to stop him from getting into like this trouble. But at least he's like, he's being a real one at least.
They blunderingly walk into the underground level and are forced to come back up and walk through a crowd of anti-Johnny attendees. And then Ulrich apparently spoke Korean and told Johnny that he is terribly short, but Johnny didn't understand that, so he muttered profanities in return apparently. But again, thank you Dr. Ulrich for the transcription of what actually happened inside of the courtroom, but Johnny just continues to lie in court for no real reason. Everyone is already aware of how he's making his money in Korea. So why he would do this and just continue to lie, it's beyond me. But again, I would also ask the same question to basically 90% of the things.
Well, I mean, it's 10 years. And it's not 10 years once, it's twice. That's 20 years. So like a max of 5 years, that means you can get 1 year, right? Like it doesn't mean you're gonna get 5. Like you can get less, you can get 1 year. You might not even get a year. You can get a couple months. It's like, oh, okay, it's whatever. Like there's not that big of a risk. Yeah, I plead guilty. But it's like 8-10. Okay, let's see. Because it didn't say max 8-10. Oh no, it did say max, never mind. I thought it said 10 years no matter what, but no, there is a max, okay. So he might not even get the 10 years. I still think he's like afraid of getting that back. So.
None of it makes sense. He's already admitted that what
20 years is basically your whole life. Like you're ruined.
What he's doing is not worth it. So I don't know why he continues to double down and double down and double down when he's already admitted, hey, this isn't worth it anymore. I'm not getting paid for this anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you still doing stuff to make your penalty harsher and to add time to your current 36 years of potential South Korean prison time? It's just baffling how...
You know what? It might be the time sink fallacy or whatever. Where like he... okay, that's retarded. But he put so much time harassing them that he needs to get something out of it at this point, right? Like he has to win something.
How stupid this is.
He has to continue.
I mean, especially pleading not guilty to something he live streamed himself doing. That's a bold move. especially when it's just going to delay the inevitable sentencing and potentially give him a worse penalty if they do find him guilty for this. So the next trial date, it's set for August. So if you want me to go there, drop a like on this video. But there's a little bit more to talk about today.
Hey, drop a like. It's pure content so far. Dude, imagine he's allowed to like record the whole case. You can see Johnny like just standing up. Actually, I did not do that. I plead not guilty. Just talking back to the lawyer. Oh my god.
Because the user of 15 Minutes of Shame, he's been posting a handful of videos over the last couple of days with clips from that stream that they did right after the trial day. And if I was going to sum up the mood here, I would say that Johnny is still in this like in-between phase of denial and disbelief. And Hank is visibly hating his life with Johnny still living in a small apartment. Well, the first clip naturally isn't even about the trial because Johnny is still he's just so interested in others talking about him and how the reaction is to him. He's more interested in that than his own freedom and trial. So apparently he's just worried about how Asmongold is reacting to his content.
Honestly, it's easy content for him. The nigga sits there, he lets cockroaches crawl all over him, he drinks more soda pop than water. Why am I calling it soda pop? But then he sits there, reacts to a Tozy video, and just says, oh, Johnny's cooked, Johnny's this, oh my god, he's a da-da-da. But I'm not gonna lie, the narrative is changing. When a lot of these react to my videos now, like especially the Twitch streamers, because since they changed the rule on Twitch.
No, it's not. They're still calling him like retarded, stupid, like a problem. They're still saying he should like remain in jail. Like I'm pretty sure nothing's changed about how like people see him. No one's seeing him in a good light. Honestly, they're just seeing him worse, if anything.
That like you can watch banned Twitch stream. I'm a banned Twitch streamer technically. They changed the rule that you can watch banned Twitch streamers' content. A lot of these are laughing at the situation now.
Dude, people are laughing at how you will so willingly destroy your life for attention, with basically zero upside other than attention. I mean, Johnny is trapped in South Korea for a long time. He's not making good money anymore, and he's forced to mooch off his friend, Hank, to get by. And clearly, all of this is really getting to Hank.
Hey, y'all got 3 more months of Johnny Somali freedom. Like, there is a lot where, like, they're gonna clip it. I already know these channels.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of just over it by now, huh? But he still doesn't want to abandon Johnny.
And they're the that keep me relevant, bro. I can stream once a month and I'm still relevant. My name is getting millions of views on YouTube, and I don't even have to do nothing. The last time I streamed was 2 weeks ago.
Is this true? I've actually never seen his stream. Like, I've just seen the retarded shit he's done. Like, I've seen him, I've seen Asmongold, like a couple others, but I haven't seen like his actual like content. Which, by the way, it doesn't matter how like popular you are. If nobody's watching your content, they're watching people's content of you.
It's crazy power.
I think it's called a lol cow or whatever.
That's crazy power.
Well, yeah, you're in the middle of an international criminal case. You're facing 36 years of prison time simply because you're a moron addicted to attention on the internet. When we first started covering him in Korea, he was basically only facing like a slap on the wrist. Because the first time he was detained, etc., that was about walking around with the rotting fish on the bus and shoving it in people's faces. As we saw from the chart earlier,
that should be
was
like
a
10
fine
years. Dude, that can lead to diseases, a plague. Fuck these like charges. Give him like 20 years for that shit,
up
man.
to 30 days in jail, worst case scenario. As that charge is
like that to me is worse than whatever disturbing the bus.
Or up to 30 days in jail, worst case scenario. As that charge is essentially the equivalent of a misdemeanor. But I guess with the attention back on him from the commentary channels again, I guess he decides to just continue to act out in the worst way possible to keep videos being made on him. And now he's facing 36 years in prison. Congratulations, you played yourself? Like, that doesn't sound like power to me. That sounds like a massive skill issue.
No. He does have power over his life. That's why he went to jail, right? Like, he wanted to go, right?
You do that to yourself, dude. But he also revealed that allegedly someone from the U.S. Embassy came to his most recent court date.
I don't want to say anything about the court, but let's just say there was somebody from the government.
Please don't help him. Don't help him.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not private information. It's not private information. There was a representative from the U.S. Embassy at the court today. I'm just gonna put that out there. My country looking out for me. I'm a U.S. citizen at the end of the day.
Dude, don't Trump embassy U.S. Don't stop. Dude, don't rob us out of our content, man. Like you bring him back to the U.S. What is he gonna do? Nothing. Just leave him. Allow us to have fun watching him.
And they know this is.
Why would you assume that they're doing anything but monitoring the situation? Because again, he left his American rights at home in America. Unfortunately, he still doesn't seem to realize he's at the mercy of the South Korean judge that he is actively threatening on his streams. But this is what Hank has to say revolving a lot of the hate that Hank's been getting for supporting Johnny.
I get partially, okay? Partially, I understand why Koreans are upset at Ramsey, because, yeah, but
I'm not scared to say my name. My name is Ramsey. I love.
What did I do? Why are they?
Wait, I thought his name was Johnny. Wait, what? Like, I thought his actual name was Johnny Salami. Maybe it's Ramsey Johnny Salami? There's no way, right?
Targeting me.
They're gonna clip this. Be
Although,
careful what you say.
I know.
Okay.
Just
Go ahead.
let me please say, okay? What did I do that was so wrong? So just because my friend, like, let's say my friend screwed up.
Bro, you're supporting his actions. It's that easy. So like, the reason he's like making deepfakes and all this is because you're letting him. Because he doesn't have any money, right? That's why he's like leeching off him. So if he didn't have any money, he'd be in the streets, like trying to actually get like, he wouldn't be able to make deepfakes at that point, right? Because he'd be trying to like stay alive.
I should abandon my friend? Like that's not loyalty. Do you understand what loyalty is?
Dude, your friend didn't screw up. He's making an active decision every single day to make his own life and your life as miserable as possible to get a little bit of attention online. He didn't even ask.
Yeah, it's not even like he doesn't have any loyalty towards you. That's why he keeps fucking up. He keeps like not controlling himself, like making things worse. Like he doesn't respect you, by the way.
Accidentally offend someone or accidentally commit a crime which puts you and your family in a position to have to pay for his legal representation. These are active decisions on his end as he continues to double down over and over and over again. You do not owe someone loyalty if they're actively destroying your life and damaging your relationship with your family, because friends don't do that. Johnny is definitely not your friend if he's doing all that to you.
I'm getting also punished by South Korea.
Yeah,
because of guilty by association. My mom and my dad.
Guilty by association. I don't even believe that, by the way. Like, can't you go to like? Can't you? As far as I know, accomplices are also like part of the crime. Yeah, you can face the same penalties for aiding, abetting someone committing a crime as the person who committed. Like that's what you're doing. Like it's not because of association. You're an accomplice. Like you're helping him commit the crime. Like you're providing the place, the computer, etc., for him to make the deepfakes, for him to like record himself saying like all this dumb shit, threatening the judge, his mother. Like, of course you are.
Your family. Don't talk about your family. Okay. Don't give these animal. But don't get emotional. On
in the last video, I was surprised like nothing's happening to like him. Like he's like a good friend, yeah, sure, whatever. Like what?
Anyway,
when I get emotional, I troll. Don't be serious. Okay.
What did
like ruining your life just because you want to be a
good. Like I'm telling you.
Seriously, I didn't insult Korea. I didn't insult comfort.
But you gave someone the power to do it. You were an accomplice to do it. It's like let's say you're a driver for someone who's gonna rob a bank. Technically, he didn't rob the bank, right? Like, the driver didn't rob the bank. You know, he just drove the guy who robbed the bank, you know, somewhere safe where the police couldn't see him. Just saying, like, you know, he didn't rob the bank. You know, he just an accomplice.
Women, I actually told Ramsey. I mean, I would have told Ramsey not to do it if he was gonna do it.
I did it before I met you.
He did it without my knowledge.
I mean, the more Hank talks, the more clear it is to me that Johnny is completely taking advantage of him.
Yeah.
It seems like that Hank isn't really playing with a full deck of cards, so to speak. And to preface that, that's a complete speculation, as I don't know the guy. But I also feel like that kind of showed in that interview he did back with the LA-based Korean podcast a few months ago about him and Johnny being jumped. But also just by like scraping the surface of how Hank was banned from the United States and his previous online political stunts and things, it would seem...
Banned? How? How did he get... Wait... Dude, they're perfect friends. What am I saying? They're perfect friends. One's getting banned in Korea, one's getting banned in the US.
That perfect. He has quite a pattern of antisocial behavior. So I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny is one of his only friends, which is likely why he's so loyal to him. But at the end of the day, like, people are upset with Hank for going along with all this and directly financially supporting Johnny and enabling this guy's behavior.
I don't want you to get charged and stay here longer. I'm already planning to get you a room for yourself. Like, you're a unit, okay? Yeah. So yeah.
And my understanding here is,
dude, he's just...
If he actually goes ahead and sponsors an apartment for Johnny, that's not him paying for it. That's his family paying for that. Yeah. And it also seems like, or well, he's admitted as well that his family hates Johnny. So why he would do that to his own family, that's questionable as well. Like, if you're talking about loyalty here, why are you not being loyal to your own family? But meanwhile, Johnny is clearly very disappointed because, you know, he was hoping he was going to be able to leave after this court date.
It sounds like.
Oh yeah, he was expecting no punishment. Instead, he would just be like banned from the country and then sent back to the US. And then he can go to another country, do the same thing, back to the US, and then just live his life like in the US doing dumb shit. You know, after he's banned from like every other place in the world, he can just stay in the US and do the same shit. But they can't like deport him anywhere else.
Like within a month, though, you could be out of here.
It is a possibility. It is a possibility.
I mean, like, if everything goes well with the thing, then it should just kind of be resolved, and you should be able to. You've got your passport still, so
it's right here.
Yeah, you should be able to just kind of.
Not gonna work, man.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I'll leave you.
Yeah, I mean, the big takeaway here is don't harass strangers in public for your live stream. That could save you a whole bunch of headaches. Clearly, as we know very well here on this channel. If you want me to go to the next trial, please drop a like on this video, and also shout out 15 Minutes of Shame, Legal Mindset, and Dr. Ulrich No.
Shout out to them
for making this video possible. But other than that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe on YouTube. Thanks, you'll enjoy this video.
It's not a video, man. It's a short. Alright. Nice video by him. You know, keep it up. Keep farming him for content. It's fucking fun to watch. Leave a like, subscribe to his channel or mine. I'm gonna leave the link to the video on the description, so check it out. Peace.